Do you know what it means when someone says they're rolling in dough? Or that an idea is worth its weight in gold? These expressions confuse a lot of English learners, but native speakers use them all the time. Today, I'm showing you 7 money idioms that will make your English sound so much more natural and fluent. Hey, welcome back to Daily English Edge. If you want to speak English like a real native speaker, you need to know idioms. Today, we're focusing on 7 essential idioms about money and success that you'll hear in real conversations, business meetings, and even casual chats with friends. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand exactly what these phrases mean and how to use them confidently. Let's get started. Our first idiom is break the bank. When something breaks the bank, it costs too much money. It means the price is so high that it will seriously damage your finances. For example, if your friend says that vacation is going to break the bank, they mean it's extremely expensive and they're worried about spending so much. You might also hear it used positively. If you find a great deal, you could say this restaurant has amazing food and it won't break the bank. That means it's affordable and won't cost you too much. This is a very common idiom in everyday conversations when people talk about prices and money. Next, we have make a fortune. This idiom means to earn a very large amount of money. When someone makes a fortune, they become very wealthy, usually through business, investments, or a successful career. For instance, you might say, she made a fortune in real estate, or that startup made a fortune selling technology products. It's always about earning huge sums of money. You could also say someone is trying to make a fortune if they're working hard toward becoming rich. This phrase is positive and shows success and wealth. Native speakers use it frequently when discussing business success or financial achievements. This one is fun. Cost an arm and a leg. When something costs an arm and a leg, it's extremely expensive. The phrase is humorous because you're literally saying it costs body parts, which is impossible. But that's what makes idioms interesting. For example, those designer shoes cost an arm and a leg means they are very pricey. Or you might hear someone say, that car repair cost me an arm and a leg. It shows frustration about a high price. You'll hear this idiom all the time in casual English when people complain about expensive things. It's a perfect way to express that something is overpriced without being too formal. Now we're talking about worth its weight in gold. This idiom means something is extremely valuable. It doesn't necessarily mean money. It can be about anything precious. If you have a friend who always helps you, you might say that friend is worth their weight in gold. It means they are invaluable and extremely important to you. In business, people say this software is worth its weight in gold. When something is incredibly useful and saves them money or time. The phrase comes from the idea that gold is very valuable. So if something weighs as much as gold, it must be extremely valuable too. This idiom works great for expressing how much you value something or someone. Here's a phrase about transformation. Rags to riches. This idiom describes the journey from being very poor to becoming very wealthy. It tells the story of someone who starts with nothing and becomes rich through hard work or luck. You might say his story is a true rags to riches tale, or she went from rags to riches after starting her own business. The phrase shows dramatic change and success. It's often used to describe inspiring stories of people who overcame poverty. You'll see this idiom in movies, books, and real-life success stories. It's a powerful way to talk about financial transformation and achievement. Let's talk about rolling in dough. This idiom means someone has a lot of money and is very wealthy. Dough is slang for money, so when you're rolling in dough, you're rolling around in money, which is a funny image. For example, after winning the lottery, he's been rolling in dough means he now has plenty of money. Or you might joke with a friend. If you start that business, you'll be rolling in dough. It's a casual, humorous way to talk about being rich. Native speakers use this expression in informal conversations and jokes about wealth. It has a lighthearted tone, so it's perfect for casual English. Finally, we have make ends meet. This idiom is very different from the others because it's about struggling financially, not about being rich. When you make ends meet, you earn just enough money to pay for your basic needs like food, rent, and bills. It means you don't have extra money, but you survive. You might hear someone say, "It's hard to make ends meet in this city with high rent," or "both parents work just to make ends meet." This phrase is common in serious conversations about money problems. It shows financial difficulty, but also shows effort and survival. Understanding this idiom is important because it appears frequently in discussions about economy, jobs, and personal finances. There you have it, 7 essential English idioms about money and success that native speakers use constantly. Remember, idioms make your English sound natural and fluent. Practice using these phrases in your daily conversations, and soon they'll become automatic for you. If you want to level up your English even more, subscribe to Daily English Edge for a new English lesson every single day. Thank you for watching,